All right, let's see why the Niners win this game.
Okay. So a couple of non-X's and O's things. One, they are at home. It's the first home game with a crowd since the NFC Championship. And the Packers, we talked about it earlier about how they're front runners. If at any point early in this game it starts to feel like that NFC Championship, they're out. Like Aaron Rodgers is bailing. He's a front runner. He will not stay in there. He'll chalk it up as a loss and they'll get out of there and they'll get blown out. The other piece of this is you said it. The Packers struggled to get to the quarterback. I believe they have 1 sack on the season, and the 49ers have allowed 1 sack on the season. So those two things match up very well. That means even if the run game struggles a little bit, Jimmy G will have plenty of time. They can use the screen game as the extension, and they have the weapons in Debo and Kittle to make it happen. So I would say that, and then the obvious is, are Mitchell and Sermon healthy? If both of them are healthy, do I think they run for 300 yards like I expected during the offseason? No, but can they put up 150 plus? Sure.
Yeah, one way or another, I expect the Niners pass rush to show up. I mean, like the Packers are, I think, missing 4 or 5 starters in their offensive line.
Yeah,
The
it's
Niners
bad.
D line should overwhelm them in pass rushing situations. If Javon Kinlaw is healthy and plays for the second week in a row, they should be able to shut down Aaron Jones, make the Packers one dimensional, and really beat up on them early. Then I keep coming back to the offense. If the offense can take a lead, remember in 2019 what they would do early in the season, what they did to Cleveland, what they did to
Yes, of
Green Bay. I
course.
mean, like they
Yeah.
would jump on teams. And like early on, it'd be like, well, this game's over. Like
Yeah.
it was like they were laughers. They haven't shown that they can do that yet.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna, to me, like jump all over the Packers throwing with Jimmy. Like that's not how they've ever done it.
Yeah, you're right.
They're gonna do it running. The Packers are soft. They're weak in the trenches. You can run on them. And the way the Niners win this game is if it really doesn't matter who the running back is for this team. Like,
Yeah.
Kerryon John, whatever. Like who Bobby Turner will figure it out, but like the blocking is so good. The X's and O's are so good. The scheme is so good that it legitimately doesn't matter. And the Niners control the clock anyway. And they win the time of possession. They beat up Aaron Rodgers. That's how they win the game.
Yeah, I think that's it. That has to be it, right? And so, can they do that? Is the question.
Also, someone else gets involved. I guess
Yes.
even if they get this run game going, which I'm skeptical of, it's not enough to just run the ball and throw to Debo against Rodgers. Someone else has to get involved. And we said it could be Kittle, it could be Ayuk, it could be Lance. One of those 3 guys is a big game. That's the other way. It can't be just freaking Elijah Mitchell and Debo against Green Bay. It can't be, unless I'm tripping.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. You brought up Kinlaw there for a second. I want to talk about him. So he didn't practice today.
No.
I feel like this is the plan for the rest of the season with him. Again, I am under a strong impression, my own opinion. Nothing has come out from the team, obviously, saying this, but I believe that he has early onset arthritis in those knees.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, how you manage it is you let him go crazy on Sundays and rest the rest of the week. So, if he's limited in practice, that usually means, so let's say he's limited Thursday and or Friday, that just means that he's going through walkthroughs. He's not necessarily padding up and getting in the trenches and practicing that way. So I feel like he's going to carry these limited designations on Thursdays and Fridays, maybe even just Fridays. He's going to play pretty much every week unless they just can't manage the pain and the swelling, but he's not really going to practice all year. And, he played great in his first game, but we're still talking about a player that's very, very inexperienced. And now he's not getting that experience throughout the week, really. How long is it going to take him to develop, assuming that his knees can get right, which I have my questions on that.
Seems like the right way to handle him the next couple of years, but doesn't mean it was the right pick, and it doesn't mean they should probably reinvest.
Right. Yeah,
They
you're
should
right.
probably let that lease expire.